What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? How you doing? How you living? How you feeling? What's up? Welcome to everybody's favorite podcast. Well, at least my favorite podcast, Talk to Me. What's up, Diamond? What's up, Winnie? Hello, hello, hello. We are live. This is live for everybody watching right now. Thank y'all for being here. I appreciate y'all. We're gonna get into a few things because the black tea sector has been going wild, and I love it. I love it. I really do. I love it. What's up, Kay? How you doing? But yeah, we're gonna get into a few things. So we're gonna talk about Nomad. Shout out to Nomad Crypto Fitness Journey, whatever he calls himself. I think his name is like Nobody in Real Life. I think that's what his name is. He's been going around terrorizing EO and her crew over there. And I have to be honest, I love it that he's terrorizing them. And I'll explain why. Also, we're going to talk about the judge and versus Sammy. Now, necessarily, I don't have a dog in the fight, but it's just funny because like these are two people that I really don't care for, and they happen to be fighting. But I have to say, the judge is in the right, oddly, right? And then we're gonna finish out with the Stacy B versus Sip, Roxy, and Miss Val. There's some stuff that has recently came out, and I just kind of want to give my 2 cents because I think like we have to tie it back to the past, and you'll see why I do that. But please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. What's up, Tennessee? What's up, Nick? What's up, Angela? Oh, Angela. Okay, Angela. Sorry, it's all together when let me show you. Yeah, it's all together. So I was all like, oh, Angel. No, Angela. Okay, thank you. What's up, Shawnee? What's up, Jella? Okay, and again, I have no dog in the fight. I don't like any of these people. I hope they all burn in hell. And so I love to drag them. So let's get into it while I play you guys a commercial.
What did you do to this damn man? Is it the way you love? Hey, me, baby. Oh, he woke up this morning. Yeah. We 82 on this brain. Yeah. Do you understand? This man know what you got. I don't care what y'all had one night. Listen. Then obviously, allegedly, that's what it was supposed to be. It wasn't for the two. Get up here, Godfather. What you done did to this man? Got mad you even wanting this boy. You can have him, Maggie. 82 don't want him. Oh my God.
I'm sorry, y'all. I had to do it. I had to. What's up, Sephora, Kita, Ariel? Dropping the tea. Hello. Aaliyah, Kim. Hello, hello, hello. Thank y'all for dropping in. Okay. And let me take back something. I said I don't like these people. I want them all to burn in hell. That's actually not true. I take that back. I don't have any ill will towards these people. I was just trying to be funny, but the joke didn't land. So let me clarify that. Well, some of them, most of them, I don't like that I'm talking about. That's why I can easily drag the shit out of them, right? But moving on. So let's talk about Nomad first. What's up, Danielle Turner, my cousin? So Nomad, I don't exactly know what triggered it or what happened. I can just give you my little synopsis. So basically, Nomad Journey has been around in the black tea sector for a minute. He gets into his spats with different people and stuff like that. But in this case, it had to do with this one guy named Jedi. So Jedi is a Puerto Rican, right? This all ties in. Hold on before y'all be all like, what does race have to do? Shut up. You know I'm the race guy. That's what they say, right? But anyway, he's a Puerto Rican guy or whatever. So him and Nomad have been going back and forth. They've been going back and forth for a while, right? And so the Puerto Rican guy calls him a hard ER at the end. You know, the N word with the hard ER. And so Nomad has been on his neck ever since. And I think Nomad has a right to be upset. And I think it's something where in the black tea sector, they'll say like they're fighting racism, but they really don't care. It's all about a click and a view. What's up, Pamela? So you have these people who literally will use race as a topic, but they honestly don't care about it. They welcome in races as long as the races are doing something for them, or help giving them financial gain, so they really don't care. So Nomad doesn't realize like these people really don't care. And I've talked about this when I said like, they just don't like you. And it wasn't me trying to be mean. It was just like, hey, they don't like you. Like if you thought that they were going to stand up for you because you're black and all that, no, they weren't going to do that. They don't care about that. They care about themselves. So essentially, Nomad has been trying to hold these people feet to the fire and be like, hey, you're okay with this person saying this, you're okay with this person doing this. Like, how come nobody's, talking or speaking out? And then also they're sharing the Jedi guy, they're sharing his content and stuff like that. And so Nomad got into it with EO and her moderators and all this other shit. And he's been saying like they're trying to dox him or whatever, right? I guess they haven't doxed him at all, but he's saying that they're trying to. Now, I don't know how, Lady Letitia, he's doing it, but, he said that he thinks that they're trying to dox him and stuff like that. Okay. And so basically, they've been going back and forth, and, EO and her crew have been talking about how this guy is dangerous, he's crazy, he's this, he's that. And they're right, he is crazy as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. No, man, we good right now. But you crazy as fuck. What's up, G Mama? Yeah, crazy. He's crazy as F. They're not lying about that. But what I find funny is that people will use Nomad to their advantage. And what I mean by that is it's good when he's harassing like somebody like me, or he's harassing Melanie Jones, or this person or that person, like the people they don't like. But when, it happens to them, all of a sudden he's crazy, he's this, he's that. Now that I'm cool with Nomad, oh, he not crazy. No, nothing's wrong with Nomad. He's not doing anything. It's kind of like the same situation with trees. Like, there's a time period where I didn't like trees, and I was like, this person's horrible, she's devil, she's this and that, right? And then now we're cool, right? But there's people who don't like trees now, and they want to get rid of her. But when I first said, like, hey, this lady needs to stop, she's doing too much, no one said anything. So it's just funny how like things happen to where the people who were once attacking me, I'm cool with, and now they're doing it to other people. And now it's like, oh my God, we need to have a stand, or we need to stick up for it. No, nah, I'm good. I'm cool. I'm sitting chilling. I'm chilling. Shit, I'm just gonna watch it happen. But listen, I wish the best for all parties involved. But again, it's kind of like you guys want to stand up with this moral complex, and then it only works when you're the one being attacked. But when it's happening to other people, it's like, oh, I don't care, whatever. It's either you're going to be morally correct or morally corrupt. You got to choose one. And I guess, and to talk about it, Melanie Jones, I know some of y'all be all like, you always throwing shots at Melanie Jones. Melanie Jones is my goddaughter. I'm the godfather of YouTube, just like you guys are my godchildren. She's one of my godchildren. If it wasn't for me, there would be no Melanie Jones. I'm not going to say that Melanie would never be a content creator or anything like that. But, AT2 gave the cosign to Melanie Jones, and that's why she's around. now that we're no longer in communication, she will always be my goddaughter. She's one of my godchildren. So, it is what it is. But Melanie and him had a thing because he had called, and it's funny because it actually happened on my show where she had called his child a monkey or whatever. But uh, was it a, well, okay. So him and Kat were going at it, right? And he said something about Kat's son, who's 18. He's 18, right? But still, if the child 18, whatever, I don't like that. But anyway, he said something about Kat's child, and then Melanie Jones came up and went at him, and then said, "Well, your child is this, that, and So it was like a tit for tat kind of thing, right? That's the backstory. But now they're cool. So they don't have any issues, no drama. And, they're using that like, oh, well, didn't she say this about your child? And then there's something about Nomad calling Melanie's mom. I don't know anything about that. When me and Melanie were cool, she never told me that he contacted her mom or anything like that. So I think they're just throwing that shit out there. AT2, your description for this love is on. Yes, thank you, Ryan. I appreciate that. What's up, MJ? Hello, hello, hello. So AT choose corrupt. No, I'm not corrupt. No, MJ, no. No, I'm not corrupt at all. No. I'm morally correct. That's why they don't like me. And because I know the back history and I know the stories behind it. I might not know everything currently, but I know like all the backstories and stuff like that. That's why they don't like me. But anyway, so moving on from that, okay, I'm done with the Nomad. Which one? I'm gonna do the Stacy B story real quick. I didn't see all that all the live on EO's channel, just because I can't stand Dookie Way, and I felt like, why is Dookie Way there? Like, something like they called him on the phone or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, what I have to say about the Stacy B situation, there's some stuff that hasn't came out, and I think honestly what it is that people are trying to cover their own ass and they don't want to just say everything. And I think like at this point you might as well just say everything and then just get it over with. But it seems like Stacy B is kind of just all like, you know what? I'm just going to wash my hands with it and be done. Because and here's the other thing too. When people don't have channels and they're just like subscribers or stuff like that, I get confused how they get involved with the drama because I don't know who a Dion is. I don't know who a low key is. I don't know who I don't give a F is. Like, there's all these different people. The only people I know is Sip, Roxy, and Miss Val. Those are the only people I know. The rest of everybody else, I don't know who they are. But this all started over a secret recorded call where they were talking shit about Stacy. And I guess they had questioned the legitimacy of her being sick and stuff like that. So, there was a lot of stuff that was being said that probably shouldn't have. It's unfortunate because here's the thing. If I was in that situation, would I like people talking shit about me behind my back? No. I would be very pissed. I would spark up a live and I would be tearing each and every one of them up. So when Stacy went off and did her thing and she was exposing everything, oh, I get it. I understand it. But here's the thing. Stacy knew that they were talking about her. Not saying that it's an excuse, but I guess they had mentioned like, hey, we were talking shit. But the reason why this got regurgitated and came all up was because somebody had released portions of the call. So it kind of brought all of this back up again, Dion is a CC, the other two are subs. What's Dion channel? What kind of content does she do? Let me guess, Stacy is or was a big financial supporter, right? Of who? Stacy, when me and Stacy were, and me and Stacy has recently said hi to me, and I was in Val chat and she said hi to me, so we're good. But there was a time period where we weren't. But Stacy, you know, would bless the channel and stuff like that. This is not a situation. Yeah, I'm not bashing Stacy or anything like that. The sector, you know. Oh, in general, yes, Stacy does give money. Yeah, remember I said she a lesbian and lesbian always have money. Yeah, yeah, she be giving up the coins. Yeah, Stacy got money. What's up, Carla? Damn, Ryan, let me get to it. Okay, let me get back on it. Okay, let me get back on it. Ryan knows it's all love. I know I've met Ryan personally, so yeah, Ryan knows it's just a joke. Anyway, I'm a fool. Stacy feelings are hurt, right? And you got all these people trying to basically be all like, oh, well, don't worry about it, and da 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 da, and oh, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. But if someone leaked a phone call and these people are dragging the shit out of you, you are going to be mad, you know? Medical records being passed around. I heard about that too. But it's kind of like one of those things, basically, because she was aware of this, right? You either accept the person's apology or you don't accept it at all. And I think beforehand, Stacy probably was like, oh, okay, all right, you know, I'll forgive you guys. But if you're not cool with it, then don't accept anybody's apology. What's up, Polo Porch? I've been hearing your name, but I don't know what you do. What you do? I've been hearing your name, though. Nice to meet you. I'll have to go over there. Is it Polo's Porch too? I have to go over there to your channel and check it out because I've been hearing your name, but I don't know the context of it. So yeah, I gotta scoop you out. Nice to meet you. The channel is Dion Says Whatever. Not really sure what her content is. Oh, I've seen that channel before. Or not the channel, but I've seen the name. Pamela, that's a subscriber. Who? Ain't nobody watching that shit. I'm not trying to be. Oh Lord, I'm not trying to be mean, Pamela. Don't tell her I said that. But ain't nobody watching that. They ain't watching all that. I don't even know. But I've seen the name in the chat. That's not like somebody who like is like a big content creator, like somebody who's making like traction. That's like just somebody with you know that happens to have a channel, but it probably ain't shit on that channel. I'm. Okay, let me stop. Shout out to Dion, by the way. Shout out to you. No one's medical record should ever. Yes, and you know, and that. Listen, that is serious. That is serious, and I think also this too. Don't give nobody like your personal info like that. Like, don't. No. Like that's crazy to give it to anybody and then have them pass it. It's not right. It's horrible that they did that, but you can't be trusting these people like that because we have to remember, even though, well, with the exception of Ryan, like I know you guys, but we have a parasocial relationship, right? And what I mean by that is that we know each other through line. We don't know each other as far as like, you know, we felt each other, we smelt each other, we've been in each other's presence and stuff like that. So we have a parasocial. So people that you have a parasocial relationship, and as I understand, Stacy has never met Val in person, right? But yes, you can talk on the phone. But if I've never met you in person, I can't be all like, oh yeah, we're, you know, the parasocial is kind of weird. Oh wait, hold on. Lord, well, okay, we did hug. We did hug. So I felt you. Kay, I didn't know you were still here. Okay, yeah. But Kay, I have a relationship with Kay, you know, and Kay is my personal astrologer that I ask about the moons and the stars and shit like that. And Sagittarius is in retrograde, right, Kay? Yeah, so you know I'm on one right now. Um, a judge, you won't get blocked on this page. I'll let you hear because I am talking shit about you, and we're definitely going to clown your ass. But you know you can stay, judge. You can stay for right now. But on the main channel, yeah, I definitely blocked your ass. Anybody who blocks me, I block them. So yeah, we can play the blocking game. Um, but anyway, I feel like this with the medical record. It's horrible that that went down and that happened. But the truth never needs to be explained. Like, don't don't. You ain't got to explain shit to nobody. Your situation is your situation because I know they were questioning whether or not she was sick. And here's the thing about that. There was a situation back in the day where there was a girl who was taking donations on GoFundMe and stuff like that, and she was claiming to be sick in the hospital on the ventilator. Come to find out, she was cool, she was chilling, nothing was wrong with her, and we were all scammed, right? And the funny story is that after we were all scammed, the judge lady right here, she then defended this person, was all like, oh, I'm gonna go talk to her because you guys did her dirty and try to spin it on us, even though the judge told her people to donate to this person that they scammed. She tried to turn around and be friends with the same person that was scamming us. So it's just funny how that works out. And it's funny that she's here right now. Interesting. But anyway, you know, so whenever somebody tells me, oh shit. Whenever somebody tells me that someone is sick or somebody is doing this or that, I automatically don't believe it. We're going to be honest. This is my show, so I can be honest. Whenever somebody tells me I'm sick or they're sick or something like that, I automatically don't believe it. I only believe it when I see proof. If I don't see any proof, I don't believe it. I'm triggered by that situation that happened with, and I'll say the person's name, Red Hot. I'm still triggered by that situation and how we were all scammed and duped. I'm still triggered by that. So whenever somebody tells me that they're sick or something like that, unless I know for a fact that they are and they show me proof, I don't believe it. Because these people have these parasocial relationships and they know how to manipulate you into order to do things that they want. And, you know, so it's hard. It like I want to, and like, you know, I'll say oh, I'm sorry, you know, hopefully everything turns out okay. But there's so many people who have came on here and said that they on their deathbed and then magically the next day they're okay. And then also too, if you are sick, then why are you in drama? And this is just in general. This is just in general. If you are sick, the drama is only going to make you sicker because you're stressed out. You are focused on the wrong thing. My grandmothers, my grandfather, all died from cancer, right? They weren't on no YouTube. And I'm not saying if you have an ailment, you can't be on YouTube. I'm not saying that. There's plenty of people on, social media and stuff like that, but they're not in drama. Ding, 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 ding. It's one thing to watch it, but to be involved in it is another thing. And so, again, you have a lot of the, I'm this, I'm that, and I'm this, I'm that. But it's all like, okay, well, why are you involved in drama? Like, that doesn't seem like it's... Listen, from the date that you told me that you had this or that, I need to know the progress. Now, is it any of my business what your progress is? No. But if your storyline is I'm sick, I'm sick, I'm sick, I don't believe it. This is me just being fucking honest. If you sick, stay your fucking ass offline. Wait until you fucking feel better. Unless you are documenting your journey and you are trying to inspire people, that's one thing. But if you into some fuck shit, then fuck you. Don't play with being sick or having cancer or a disease. Don't play with that shit. Motherfucker. Look, somebody needed to fucking say it, and I'm fucking saying it. Don't play with that shit. We all had fucking family that fucking passed away. And you motherfuckers are playing with that shit? Fuck you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but it had to be said. Actually, no, I'm not sorry. That's real fucking emotion. That's real fucking emotion. Thank you, Tenneke. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, everybody. That's real emotion. And just think about, there's subscribers that watch us who are trying to escape their own reality, and they're probably relating to you because you're saying that you're going through this and that, but you're faking it. That's wrong. That's fucking wrong. I don't like that. Thank you, TT. Right, Nick, it's sick. It's very sick. And so you have these people doing this shit, and it's driving me fucking crazy. After, like I said, in 2021, we went through a whole thing with this girl called Red Hot where she was scamming people. Funny how the judge isn't here right now because I brought that up, that she then tried to be friends with that same person that scammed her own subscribers out of money. Where you at, Judge? Why'd you leave? You didn't see, this is why they don't like me over in the black tea sector, because I know the fucking history. They can't get away with bullshit ever, because I'm gonna motherfucking remind you. Yes, Tenneke, yes. Oh, MJ, you ain't said nothing but a word. Nothing but a word. Cosplaying as a victim. Yeah. Exactly. It is crazy like that. Listen, I said what I said. I'm probably not going to bring this ever up again just about that. And by the way, that wasn't towards Stacy B or whatever. I'm saying in general. Because Oh, I got my blinds in there. But we all know people have been running with, if you've been in the sector for a long time, you know a lot of people that have been running with the I'm sick, I'm sick, I'm sick thing. There's a lot of people in the sector who have been running with that. And it needs to stop. It really do. Right, 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 Queen, right. What's up, city girls? You don't miss when I was cussing and yelling and screaming. I believe most of the people say that have fantastic life, but beg for cash apps, but you're belittling other people's lives. Who am I Angela, click the link. Who I want to know who I'm belittling. Who am I belittling? Please be specific. Who am I belittling? Because my comments weren't for people with cancer or people who are sick. My comments were for people who are, like Prissy said, cosplaying and faking. Those are what my comments were for. Now, whoever is lying and cosplaying, that's who that was for. Oh, okay. Got it. Okay, thank you. Yeah, it was for the people faking and cosplaying. I would never talk about people with no. Like, okay, that's why I was all like, hold on, let's clarify that. Hold on, I don't want that to be the narrative running around. Never that, please. No. Okay, glad we cleared that up. Okay, so let's move on to something fun. Because I'm done yelling and screaming right now. Oh shit, I'm late for my other live. Okay, hold on, y'all. Let me push this back. Let me push this back. Hold on. Okay. Thank you, Buzzball. All right. Oh, okay. Thank you, Angela. What's up, cuz? How you doing? Yeah. All right. So Sammy and the judge. So Sammy and the judge have been going back and forth. And I haven't watched Sammy in like whenever we had our last dispute, that's where I left it. And I was like, I'm no longer going back over there to Sammy. I was done, right? But I did get a chance to watch her this morning because I at least wanted to hear her side. So basically, the reason why her and the judge had a falling out was because she shout out to Miss Pam. Thank you, Ariel, for mentioning that. Yeah, I forget, like we even have people in the sector who have passed away, and you know, it's sad that anybody would be pretending, you know. Thank you, Ariel. But not talking about Sammy. I know. She about to do 45 billion videos on me. I know it. I just know it. Okay. So there are some people who actually this involves Stacy B. I guess Stacy B had mentioned the judge name in vain. And the judge got mad because her and Sammy were supposed to be cool, and she was mad that Sammy didn't check the situation or say anything, right? Oh, thank you, City Girls. I appreciate that. Was mad that uh she didn't like stand up or stick up for her and allowed people to say whatever. So I listened to Sammy, and Sammy was all like, her name was mentioned like for a split second, and that was it. It wasn't like they dragged her and kept talking about her. But the judge gets triggered whenever, you know, people don't like her or don't or won't cave in to her or don't praise her. The judge likes a lot of attention. I was up there and her name was mentioned. But it was mentioned, Sammy said it was mentioned for like, you know, a split second and then they moved on. What did it keep on getting mentioned, Tenneke? because I didn't watch the initial video. I ain't watching all that shit. No, I'm not. I'm not watching all. um. Okay. No. Okay. 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 So she was telling the truth. Okay. So Sammy, said that she could have did better, and it's a learning lesson and all this stuff. The judge has already dragged Sammy and called her buckethead and water tank head and has been going off. And here's the thing about Sammy. Sammy came from Kimmy. Kimmy Love, for those of you who don't know, came from Kimmy. So what it is that Kimmy and Sammy have this kind of personality. Basically, whoever they're around, or in this case, who's on their panel, that's who they'll be. Just like Kimmy, and I let go of the whole ugly thing. I don't care about it anymore. But Kimmy had someone on her show, and they were talking about how ugly I am, and they're talking shit. And then Kimmy joined in, making fun of me, and then she caught herself and was all like, "Oh well, he hasn't said anything bad," but the damage was already done, because that just proves how fake you are. But Kimmy and Sammy are the exact same person. Whoever they're with, that's who they'll act like, or that's whose side they'll take. So, if I'm saying that we're cool, we're friends, if somebody said something about you, I'll be like, "No, that's not nice," and stuff like that. But Sammy didn't check the situation, so that's why they're mad and upset. But I feel that it's funny how the judge didn't understand what I meant when I was all like, "Hey, you're being friends with people that don't like me or have talked shit about me or spread rumors about me, and you're being friends with those people." But yet she understands it when it comes to Sammy, how she didn't like it. So I'm all like, the hypocrisy, So you do understand it. You do get it. And this is why, I will never be friends with the judge. I don't have to have hate in my heart for the judge, but I will never be friends with her again, because she's selfish, she's evil, and that lady will try to have your life ruined, because her life is ruined. So she wants to ruin everybody else's life. And somebody who's dangerous like that, you can't trust. So I would never be friends with her. As far as me making fun of her from time to time, I'm always going to do that. I'm always going to do that, because you deserve to be shown as a clown, the clown that you are. So I'm always going to do that. But us being friends, no, never, never. She will never take accountability. And she will never say, "You know what, AT2, I see your point. I see the problem. I apologize. And, I want, and I want to learn. I want to do better." I'm never going to get that from her. So there's no point in us having that conversation. So, yeah. And that's why also she's blocked too. Like you're blocked. It's I want to say it's unfortunate, but it's not. I will always remember the fun, the good times, the stuff, the back and forth on panels and stuff like that. I'll always remember. But AT2 is a star. I have to. Yeah, you just gonna try to dim my light. I can't have you around. I'm sorry. You're not good for me. You're not good for my brand. And you're not good for anyone. You're dangerous. I can't have you around. I wish you the best. I want to say I don't wish any hate on the lady. I want to clarify that, because again, we don't promote hate. But what we do promote is we're not with that bullshit. We know the truth. I have always felt attacked. I'm sorry about that. It wasn't that her name was mentioned. The judge, felt like she was making her look like an attacker. Oh, Okay, thank you for that, Teneki. Okay. Damn, I had a call who is dangerous. The judge lady, that's who's dangerous. What's up, Lisa? How you doing? Okay, you guys. I'm done talking shit over here on my backup channel. I gotta go to the main channel because it was found out today in court that Milagro was having her people dox content creators. And the reason why it bothers me is because the crowd that you have, your audience, you curate that kind of audience. So if you are evil, the people that probably watch you are evil too. So that's why I'm all like, okay, I want to talk about it real quick. And I got vocal lessons too. Me. So I have to get ready for that too. So that's why I'm talking about it all early. But I love y'all. Thank y'all for checking it out. I just shared the link for the main channel. So go over there and I'm going to start that show right now.